You will have noticed too the speed with which change pervades our society. Keeping up with the world around us, technology, social media, and the new tools that become available is becoming increasingly difficult because the rate of innovation is exponential. For example, in the past, it took several years to reach hundreds of millions of users with your own application, but today, the same result can be achieved in just a few days. The world is accelerating, becoming increasingly faster and more difficult to keep up with. As the years go by, it only gets faster. Did you notice? It is difficult not only because of the amount of information that needs to be ingested and the amount of changes that impact our lives every day. It's difficult also because often change is not our priority. We often attribute to small and medium-sized enterprises the responsibility for not being able to keep up with innovation, for being too backward. But if you think, this is a natural process. Small and medium-sized enterprises focus on their target market, they focus on the needs of their customers, they do not focus on technology, because their job is not to do technology, it is not to know everything and more about AI. Their job, on the other hand, is to understand their clients' specific needs and satisfy them with the product they have understood to work well in that sector. And thus, it is challenging to be able to accomplish all of this and stay updated with all of the advancements that emerge in the market on a daily basis. And then if you think about it, it's also natural that an organization, before investing in a technology that allows them to keep up with the change, wants to know what their return on investment will be. When an organization can't understand the perimeter of a technology, it can't estimate the impact the technology will have on its organization, so he will not have a level of confidence that will allow him to proceed with the investments. So very often organizations get stuck in the experimentation phase and therefore never get to the point of dealing with innovation enough to be able to predict a return on investment. It's evident that this is the situation in which numerous organizations find themselves, maybe not the biggest ones with larger budgets and more extensive provisions that enable them to experiment more freely without expecting an immediate ROI. And it is precisely thinking about the many organizations that find themselves having to face these sudden changes in the technological landscape, but also in the social and financial fabric, that we have developed a structured and structural approach to consistently bring innovation and spread it pervasively in companies. We have named this approach the Wheel of Transformation. The Wheel of Transformation is made up of 3 phases, namely discovery, ideation, and implementation. During the discovery phase, we conduct specific workshops on a particular technology, but generic in terms of the industrial application of that technology, therefore open to all companies eager to learn about the limits and possibilities of the latest technologies under a magnifying glass that is that of business and industry, with concrete and actionable insights. The start, in reality, of discovery is free for all companies. Weekly, we do many workshops and numerous firms have registered here for free. The second phase, once again free, is the ideation phase. During this phase, we have face-to-face meetings with each company to generate use cases for the technology under consideration in relation to the customer's industrial business perimeter. During this phase, which can last from 1 to 3 hours or even longer, we combine our business, technology, market, and execution skills, along with knowledge of the client's industry of reference, to generate use cases for different business functions or for the different products, services, and solutions that the client offers in their market. Furthermore, these use cases are prioritized by positioning themselves on a matrix that shows the ease of implementation of a use case on the x-axis and the expected impact on the client's business on the y-axis, in order to prioritize the use cases that are the easiest to implement but have a higher business impact, so as to eventually decide to proceed with the cases that have a lower implementation cost and a higher return on investment. At this point, the third phase starts, which is the implementation phase. We work with the customer to put the top use cases into action. The Wheel of Transformation can be rotated as many times as you desire to introduce innovation into an organization in a structured manner. For example, at the moment, our Wheel of Transformation in the field of generative artificial intelligence is enjoying great success, but the Wheel of Transformation can be applied to many fields. To IoT, it can be applied to the metaverse, to quantum computing, to humanoid robotics. Through this approach, companies learn about technology and innovation up close, through discovery workshops first and ideation workshops afterwards, without having to make investments, and therefore can embrace technology with greater confidence. But above all, they can reach the point of being able to conceive those solutions or those applications of technology in their own industrial context, capable of making a difference in generating revenue or reducing costs or improving the user experience or simply strategically positioning the company in the market. It would not be possible to achieve the same result if the first two steps of the transformation wheel were not free. Furthermore, our value proposition of the transformation wheel works really well because it is supported by our rare positioning capable of combining the three key competences of technology, market, and execution that we normally find separate in the market. Startups are often capable of creating technology. Small and medium-sized enterprises or product companies are often capable of understanding a vertical market very well, while consulting firms excel in execution, that is, in project management. Our strength lies not only in our deep understanding of technology, but rather in our ability to translate and contextualize technology in order to unleash maximum value for the community and for the business. And then again, in the well-grounded implementation of this vision through a state-of-the-art execution. Through our discovery workshops, you can discover many technologies for free and from a perspective that is always useful for your business. Filter out unnecessary technicalities to make a strategic decision, but retain essential technical elements you need to know to navigate successfully in the technological and digital landscape. In the workshop, always free, we learn from your business context to help you identify the right tech lever for a competitive edge in the market, positioning you with an advantage. And our implementation is definitely not inferior. We control the technical implementation by having a thorough understanding of every detail of the technology, but we only focus our constructive effort on the construction of those few essential elements that generate value. A highly intelligent person once said that one of the biggest issues with projects that have a high level of engineering content is that you end up investing a lot of time and energy optimizing the functions of elements that should not be present in the project. The wheel of transformation is specifically designed to enable small and medium-sized enterprises or any product-based companies to concentrate on their customers and their business without being distracted by the constant technological changes, thanks to the awareness of being able to rely on a solid support that is able to keep up with innovation and changes in every single organization when necessary. Today, likely generative AI, maybe tomorrow it'll be quantum computing, but now you can depend on an effective way to comprehend them and guide your decisions. From what we can observe, it is truly liberating to be able to be interested and delve into the technologies that are most relevant and interesting to you, without having that anxiety of having to invest money in something that is still unclear to you, and therefore only develop implementation projects when your knowledge of the technology is sufficient to imagine the strategic path ahead of you. Every month we track and analyze the new trends that are transforming and will transform our society. From AI to the rise of India, the factory of the future, from robotics to the metaverse. Let's start these trends with a critical eye. Let's filter out the noise and only talk about what can be relevant. Our responsibility is to delve into engineering, technology, science, explore and sift through every corner, and then resurface and distill only the insights that can make a difference for your community and your organization, ensuring that we provide valuable contributions that have a meaningful impact. Our implementations follow a minimal approach, only what has the potential to generate value for the business. If it can't bring you value, it will be automatically excluded. Contact us to learn about all the technologies and trends for which the wheel of transformation is available. Start with the first step, with our discovery workshops. Or if you have already started your journey with us, continue with the next steps through ideation and implementation. I hope to work together soon.